Bienvenido a Piedra Curiosa, the site for Spanish language learning. Today we're going to look at conjugating reflexive verbs. When a verb is reflexive, it changes the structure and meaning of the verb. Today we're just going to look at how the structure or conjugations change. In order to identify a reflexive verb, look for the reflexive pronoun at the very end of the infinitive verb. In our example, bañarse, the se at the end is the reflexive pronoun. We're going to take that se and cast it aside for a moment. We'll come back to it later. Now we're left with a regular infinitive verb. That should be easy for you to conjugate. We'll do this one in the first person singular, present tense conjugation, or the yo form. Your conjugation should be baño. Now let's come back to that little pronoun that we cast aside. You have to find the pronoun that matches with yo. Here are your options. If you're thinking that it should be may, then you're on the right track. We're going to take that may and place it right in front of the conjugated verb. Be sure to leave a little space in between the two words. This is what all the present tense conjugations look like for bañarse. You use the reflexive concept with many different conjugations. The preterite and imperfect are just a few other ways that you can use to conjugate reflexive verbs. Let's try a few examples. Here is the verb maquillarse, to apply makeup on oneself. Let's start out by conjugating maquillarse in the first person singular or yo form. We'll stay with the present tense. First, find the reflexive pronoun. Now move it away and conjugate the verb. Then change the pronoun accordingly. Now move it to the very front of the verb. Me maquillo. We'll do one more example. Lavarse, to wash oneself. We're going to conjugate this in the second person singular or tu form. First, find the pronoun. Now move it away. Conjugate the verb. Change the pronoun and put it in front of the verb. Te lavas. Muy bien. Here's one last look at the reflexive pronouns. Me, te, se, nos, os, and se. That's it for today. Join us next time for a closer look at when to use reflexive verbs and when to use regular verbs. Adios.